What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these pants on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you gonna run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the, grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zamp's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped here everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see Cassie. Get me up in my DMs because I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap, something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Oh, I feel like this is blurry. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I got something to wipe that off with. It look real blurry. Hold on, y'all. Oh. That y'all look blurry. Like it's a snowstorm. Jesus Christ, Superstar. Let's see if we can fix this, y'all. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's much better. Dear God, that was blurry as hell. All right, we good now, y'all. We good. We got this thing good now. All right, there we go. Oh, what's up, y'all? We are here. We are here. So, it is time. It's that time of year. We're getting close to the end. And it is time for us to celebrate and take a look back at what has taken place. Oh, God, I shouldn't have did that. We got to take a look back at what has taken place this year. And we're going to do that with fervency and zeal and make it happen. So yes, Shondos to everybody. Hey Tracy, hey Boom. Hey Boom. You hear say you don't get no S, get it together. Make sure. Hey Yana, Boo. I be loving that hat in your picture, Yana. Made sure I was on time for class. Like on my way to my seat. Yes, ma'am. Y'all don't hit the like. Hey, Janae Boo. Hey, Budget Waits. Hey, everybody. What is going on? We are here for our year in review. Um, Let me get everything set up with the StreamYard and everything. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. All right, there we go. so, so y'all listen. Hey, Xavier. Hey, Boo. You know how many hours I've spent of my life over the last 24 hours trying to get just. I only did January through April, right? And I've had to comb through hours and hours and hours of my own self. I'm nauseated at my own voice at this point because I've had to comb through so many hours of looking at my videos. Okay. So what I did was I just did highlights. Just did highlights of different lives and different we did highlights of different lives and of different pre-recorded videos. Now I have why I have this outfit on? Because I don't know what was going on during January through March of this year, but almost every video I turned on, I had this sweater on. Like every video I watched, this damn sweater on. I was like, well, what was up with me in the Felix the Cat sweater? Like every video I had on this Felix the Cat sweater. A mess. A mess. Motherfuckers probably right here thinking I'll take baths and some shit. But I had this goddamn sweater on for like 80% of the videos from January through March. It kind of tapered off after March. I was okay, but it was in a lot of videos. So I did January through April. However, I wasn't able to get to the pre-recorded videos for April. So I have all of the lives from January through April, pre-recorded videos from January through March. I ain't get to April. So we'll do pre-recorded videos for April starting tomorrow, and then we'll go May, June, July. So we'll go that part of May, June. No, we got to do May, June, July, August. Because I'm doing 4 months at a time. So we got to do May through August. So that's a lot of my life that I got to do pulling up all of these videos, God. Y'all just have no idea. Yeah. But we gonna have a good time. We gonna laugh, joke, have a good time. If anybody wants to come up, I would love for y'all to come up and laugh with me. Let me put the link in the chat and watch with me. Really be and Abby and even Ty already have the link. So if Ty rolled through here, talk about, oh, I ain't getting no invite, that be lying. Because I sent him the link. Y'all let him know in the chat. El Teddy said he sent you the link, which I did. But Abby and Really be have the link as well. Hey, Ravine Boo. Hey, Jay Parrish. Y'all be safe. Be lit in safe spaces and be blessed. All right. Wait, where you going, Jay Parrish? You ain't staying here with us. You leaving us already? Anyway, y'all. We do these in years past when I've done my year in review. I've done it simply based on the numbers and the videos that got the highest numbers. I ain't do that this year. I decided to go, do highlights from months from that, what was going on during those months, so we can walk back through what we did this year. I love Ty too. Ty is my friend, for real, for real. But he better not come in here talk about, oh, I ain't getting no invite like he always do with his lies. God. So if they come in, I'll bring them up. If one of y'all want to come up and watch it with me, you can. So, oh boy. Let me so oh, okay. You just lit, child. You already drinking, child. Jay Parrish, I need to catch up. I'm finishing up my coffee. I only got a little bit of the coffee left. It's still warm. Yep, it's still warm. Mm. Oh, that stayed warm long. I made this coffee a while ago, and it ain't even warm. It's still kind of hot. Chat. So let's go all the way back. Let me get it queued up. We'll start with the pre-recorded videos. Let's go all the way back to January. Okay, so let's go all the way back. Where's my notes? Okay. Mm. All right. Chat. All right. Okay. So I only had like 2 pre-recorded videos. I noticed in the first quarter of the year I was really, really busy. So I didn't do a lot of pre-recorded videos. I don't think I was reviewing a whole lot at the time. So I didn't really have a whole lot of pre-recorded videos at all. So because I think Insecure ended at the end of 2021. So all my Insecure stuff came literally before the beginning of the year. And so at that point when Insecure ended, I didn't have a whole lot that I was reviewing. So I was doing, I think mainly in the beginning of January and February, I think I was doing all real life and philanthropy. And then in March started Candy in the Game. What's good, bro? What's good, Five? All right, so let's go. So my first one is to episode 4. This right here, my first live video of the year. My not live, but my first pre-recorded video of the year. I left myself timestamps to help myself 10:53. Okay, was my first live video of the year was um my first live video was on January 17th. Hey Nikki B. Oh, but I know it ended in December. I remember it ended in December before the beginning of the year came. All right, so this let me do this. What am I doing? I am sharing my screen. I'm doing a Chrome tab. I'm gonna do that. All right, there we go. Y'all see my new computer? My shit come up right away. Now it comes right on up. So about that, which led to okay. Let me back this up. Dear God. Which led. So this is my review from Real Life and Philanthropy. It is season 2, episode 4. I don't even remember. Hey, Francis Thibodeau. What's good, my fellow Capricorn? I don't even remember what I was talking about. It must have been significant for me to want to include it on here. So let's watch it and see about that. Which led to, oh dear God, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Dear God, help me, Lord, help me. Oh, just, oh, I can't. A mess. Which led to us talking about fecal matter. How? Because Rudolph and Darion thought it was a good idea to tell us that they don't clean their cooch before they have sex. What do y'all want me to do with that? Like, is this a new thing? Is this what y'all do, Generation Z? Is this what you do when you're born in the 90s? You just walk around with a dirty snatch, with a dirty cooch, painting all over the place. I get that you people are artsy and into the arts, but y'all painting all over the like. Is this a Generation Z thing? Y'all let me know. Because in my generation, you clean your cage. But you wards around here painting masterpieces. I don't. My generation, we clean our cage. Y'all around here with dirty snatches and dirty cooches. Fecal matter just every fucking where. What the fuck? Is this what we're doing? And they were arguing the point as if they were justified. Like, y'all can't even take a pure for men pill or two, mix in a pure for men pill or two or something. Like, they make pills. Well, even if you don't want to go through the whole arduous process of enemas or enema bottles or using the warm water with the, squeeze bottle, even if you don't want to go through that, they make pills that help that out. You can't even do that. You's a raggedy bitch. You can't even take a. That's the problem with you, Generation Zers. You some lazy, nasty, dirty, raggedy ass bitches. We just learned that the Generation Z white people don't bathe but once every 2 or 3 months. Now we learned that the Generation Z, born in the 90s ass black gay men, don't clean their cooches. What in the fecal matter is going on here? That's some that. Yo, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our first clip in our year review. Hey, Miss Baythay, Ravine, actually, one of my subscribers, MVN, she made that, I think it was MVN, or was it Ella? One of my subscribers made it for me. I think it was MVN. I think that's this one. Yeah, that's this one. I have another one that had like pinkish on it. I don't know where it is, but she made that mask for me. So that was the first clip. I was like, listen, I don't have any explanation as to why these people are the way they are. So yeah, I have no explanation. I have no earthly explanation as to why. But yeah, hey Volvo, Janae, I do watch Chasing. I used to review. I reviewed season one of Chasing Hollywood. I mean Chasing LA. I reviewed. I think about 2 seasons of Chasing Atlanta. Matter of fact, during the intro, when I'm singing Jesus Christ Superstar, that's from my review of one of the reunions of Chasing Atlanta. But at this point, and I did Chasing Dallas because the Justice League, we all met through Chasing Dallas. Anyway, I don't do none of them shows no more because I don't have to do with the girls because they be having too much going on, and I don't have that kind of energy. But child, yes. Oh, where all this stuff came from, girl? Anyway, where all that came from, Lord. Mm. So yes, that is just the first clip. Y'all can see we have a long road ahead of us. So that was my review of Real Life and Philanthropy. That was season 2, episode 5. My next one is from season 2, episode. No, that was from season 2, episode 4. My next pre-recorded video was from in January, was from season 2, episode 5. And let me get my time.
Oh dear
I'm
God.
already. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my time stamp together. Cause like I said, I think I only had 2 videos, that whole 2 pre-recorded video, all of January. All right. So let's go back to here and let's watch and enjoy.
Bryson started to get into it. Bryson, girl, this listen, the delusions going on in your head, Bryson, have to be this chemical makeup of illicit drugs. Do you hear me? Like, it has to be a part of the chemical makeup of very illicit, illegal drugs because you are delusional. Like, I need to know what mirrors you use, girl. Hey, yo, girl, because she swears she's the Don, the dot, and the duh, honey. Girl, I told you he looked like a collection of parts. When I see him, I think of the old school commercial. Yeah, this one.
It's Mr. Potato Head and his bucket of farts. Lots more faces make lots more fun. Mr. Potato Head and his bucket of farts. Buckets of fun for everyone. To make a million silly faces, it's the place to start. Put them all together, then take them all apart. Put them all together, then take them all apart. It's Mr. Potato Head and his bucket of farts. Buckets of fun for everyone.
Mr. Potato Head and his bucket of farts, new from Play School.
Because that young man is Mr. Potato Head and his bucket of parts. Just a bunch of parts thrown up in there. I don't understand what is happening. What is happening? Girl, he telling everybody he got more money than them. Everybody.
That was our second clip. Hey, Harold, go ahead and sit out here. I'm gonna act like you're in there. I'm gonna just let you sneak on in. I ain't gave nobody an essay yet. Once we get past the 30-minute mark, you get everybody getting that. Say, go ahead and sneak in real fast before I change my mind, Harold. So listen, that young man is still mad with me today about that review when I said he looked like just a collection of parts and did the whole Mr. Potato Head and his bucket of parts in the middle of the review to describe him, and he's still upset with me to this day. I think some of these girls are gonna want to fight me if they see me out in public. Like they really don't want to fight me. I'm not gonna fight. I don't fight. I'm just gonna fall on the ground and be paralyzed. But he was real upset with me about this video. Baby, I talked to some of the cast members. They say he is still to this day upset with me over that very video right there and that very segment of the video. Just a mess. Okay, so that's all. I really wasn't doing a lot of videos in January. When I go back and look now, I feel like, oh wow, I cheated my people out of seeing me a lot in January. I need to do better. So which is why I'm glad that I am doing this review so I can see what and how I did. So now we can look at the lives from January, go all the way back to January. And looking at it, we have much more lives this year than we had pre-recorded videos, and I'm gonna try to even those out. So our very first live video was all right, Abby. Abby, you have the link if you need. Hey, Jason, what's up? That's gonna take a lot, Janae, for me to do that. That's gonna take a lot. So the very first live of the year.
I'll do this, then you say,
Hold on. Sorry about that. So the very first live of the year came on January 12th. And let me set it up. I gave myself timestamps. This is so tedious. Oh, that's a bad place to stop. Dear God, I look crazy right now. All right, so here's the very first live of the year. Let's see here. All right, here we go. It was a politics live. And so look at this. Let's make it big. Here we go.
y'all know America has a long history. Go check a real history book. Go check some real research and writings from American history. America has had a problem with the country of Haiti since Haiti was the first black nation in the Western Hemisphere. They were the first group of slaves to free themselves in the Western Hemisphere and say, we're not here for this fuck shit. Matter of fact, we're going to have our own country, which is why they got all this to do with Haiti, but right next door to Haiti, where you have a whole dictatorship, a whole country in the freaking Dominican Republic that ain't been right for hundreds of years, that have butchered and slaughtered their own people for hundreds of years, and America has not batted an eye. ain't bat an eye, ain't thought twice about it. Right next door, same island. Go do your research on Dominican Republic and what they've done over there, right next door. But America ain't got no smoke for them. But the Haitians do anything, and we got all this going on.
Note to self: make sure your nostrils are clear. Like, I don't know what was in my nose right there. Dear God, I need to clear my nose. Something was, I don't know if that was a booger or what was going on, but something was clearly in my nose. I needed to get that thing out. Check. Huh. I ain't got nothing in this video, man. Huh. Everything look clear. Okay. 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 I'm looking good. Ciao. Ciao. So, well, that video was about the fact that was right after they killed the killing of the Haitian president, Jovenel Moise, and it was coming out that America was involved. So, I think we had a politics of it all either the day of the insurrection or right after the insurrection. But I know we had a politics of it all. We sure did. And lost our goddamn mind. Lost our goddamn minds. Hey, MVN. MVN, weren't you the one who made me this? It was somebody. I think it was you, MVN, that made me this and the other. Sent me 2 masks at the time because at the beginning of the pandemic, I was having some issues finding some masks. So a lot of people started like Lex Max sent me a mask, 2 masks. MBN sent me some masks, and y'all were really, really gracious. Y'all be sending me all kinds of stuff. I'm not gonna have a shiny gray nose hair. I got enough gray going on my face. But interestingly enough, I don't have none in my hair. I don't have none downstairs. I don't have none on my. I don't have no gray nowhere else but right here. All the grays say we right here. We collected right here. That's all the grays. All right here. Child, a mess. Hey, Patty Duke. Right. So I thought I was right. That was NBA. I forgot that we killed a whole. We did kill a whole president, and nobody talked about it. Exactly, Xavier. You better say it loud for the people, Xavier, because child. But y'all know we don't miss nothing over here. Over here on this good channel, we don't miss nothing. We talk about it all. Ain't nothing going unmissed. Ain't nothing going missed. Y'all won't get past us. So our second live of the year came on January came on January 15th. It was our first silly Saturday. I got 2 clips from this one. So this was our first silly Saturday. It was on January 15th. You know what this does too? This helps some of the people who are new to the channel that may not be familiar with all of this stuff that we do over here. Now, this is going to be the first time that you see me in this sweater, which is why I'm wearing this sweater, because I wear this sweater way too much in January and February, definitely. If we were doing a drinking game, I would tell you to take a shot every time I put up a video with this Felix the Cat sweater on. So this is going to be the first time you see me in this sweater. And by the time we're done, you're going to be so sick of this sweater, just like I'm sick of the sweater. But I got it on now, just to remind you. Chat, chat. Hey, Vovo, what you send me to for? I don't know what Vovo sent me to for. Did you send me a mask too, Vovo? A lot of people send me masks, and I'm grateful and appreciative. Thank you for your masks. Y'all know I used to wear all my masks when I used to do the review for real life and philanthropy. Them hoes used to make me sick, so I used to have to wear masks, wear extra masks and shit to make it through the review. Shit. Um. All right, so let's do our first silly Saturday. Here we go. Listen.
At any given moment as a child, you were one step away from instant death. Think about playgrounds back then. None of the wood chips and foam and plastic shit they got now. That shit was all concrete and metal. And you miss a monkey bar with one hand and see if you don't end up with your head cracked open and bleeding all over the ground to impending death. Do you hear me? And you had every reason to miss a monkey bar because the shit had been out there baking. See, I'm from Miami, where you had monkey bars that was sitting out there in 90-degree heat that was all metal that you needed a tetanus shot to get on that was baking all fucking day long. So when you went out there for fucking PE or recess at the hottest part of the day, 1 o'clock in the day, and now that shit done been sitting out there making this moment you touch it, bitch, you letting it go because that's like 1,000 degrees. You got like third-degree burns. You fall and bust your head open on a fucking hard ass concrete. No wood chips, no plastic, no sand, no foam. It was fucking hard ass concrete. Now you done fail, bust your head open, and now you going to the hospital just from one failed reach of the fucking monkey bar. Like I said, at any given moment, it was impending death. You fuck round and get on the goddamn hot ass seesaw with the wrong fat bitch. Cause I was always little. So I always had a nasty, stinking ass fat heifer that would get on the fucking seesaw with me. And now you know how one side is down and so the other side is up. So when you push the side, hey, Tabitha, you ain't missed too much. You push one side, the big ass fat person get on their side. Now I'm stuck 10 feet in the air, legs dangling for the next 30 minutes because this fat bitch don't want to get off, don't want to get off. And then, wait, because it get worse. So now I'm flailing in the air, screaming, "Get off! Get off! Get off!" And they laughing at me, just laughing at me because they know I weighed like 58 pounds, soaking wet. And this big, fat, galachy person that has no business being in the same grade with me, way out of my weight class, got me stuck and got me, they weigh like 158 pounds. I weigh 58 pounds. I'm stuck in the air on this hot ass seesaw, flailing in the air, legs dangling and shit, waiting, screaming at them, "Let me down, let me down, let me down." And they let me stay up there for 15 minutes. But eventually, stupid asshole lets me down. How do they let me down? They just get up off of it. And what does the seesaw do? Slams in the ground, and there goes my whole spine. I could have, been paralyzed for the rest of my life because the stupid seesaw slammed into the ground. And now my coccyx and the rest of my spine is now shattered because, stupid asshole. And the fucking playground that I told you any day, like Jason said, you were one step away from instant death. I'm just telling you what I know.
That's the first clip. Because Jason had said something in the chat like any given day you were you were faced with death, and I had to go through my horrible memories from playgrounds at the park or at school. We have another clip. Okay. I have another clip. I'm glad I gave myself timestamps. All right. Wait. Okay.
How do I expect? Why do I expect someone to have a real grasp of this thing we call the English language if they around here with incest and everything? Like, I'm trying. This this whole article is just getting so much worse. Vivio later admitted that he has a foot fetish and likes to suck toes. Quote, "That's my thing," he declared, revealing that he once told his partner to put her feet on his penis instead of sucking it. Quote, "So I'm like, yo, I like toes. Put your feet on it." End quote. So Where is Abby when I need her to sing How Did We Get Here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Oh, God. I, like, I just feel like, bruh, it's just like taxi cab confessionals or something. Like, we don't need to know all of this. Like, you can keep some of this locked into the innermost repositories of your brain. Okay. Like, right, Tracy. So you draw the limit on eating a pregnant woman's booty, but you don't mind committing incest. But you don't mind telling your uh girlfriend to put her toes and her foot fungus all over your peen, but you draw the line at pregnant woman's booty hole. I'm just trying to make sure I understand what's happening here. Just try to make sure I understand where we're going with this. That's the line. That's where we draw the proverbial pregnant woman's booty hole. Mm-hmm.
And that was that clip. Listen, that was a story we did about this guy who had sex with his sister. Technically, it wasn't his blood sister, but it was like his stepsister. And they had sex, and he was bragging about it. Like, it was a whole story. But you got to go back. I can't go back through that whole line. This is the stuff that only happens on Silly Saturday. That's what I'm telling y'all. Silly Saturdays have produced some of the greatest hits off this channel. I'm telling you, the amount of shit for those people new here. Because Harold, I don't know if you was here at this point in January, but I know we've had some new people that have come in. Y'all have no clue. Some of the Silly Saturdays back in like 2019 and 2020 are some of the most classic Silly Saturdays you will ever see. Back when I had the original. Now I know Silly Saturday thumbnail is blue now, but the original blue Silly Saturday screen thumbnail, I should say, and we had some epic. Listen, child, child, mm-mm. Child. Our next live that we're gonna look at from January. Hey, Monk Chip Boo. Hey, my love. So our next Silly Saturday that they were Patty Duke been around since 2019. Patty Duke can be an L Teddy 27 historian because Patty Duke go all the way back to the 2019s. Okay, she go back. She been around a long time. So our next one is Silly Saturday on January 22nd. And where's that? Okay, here it is. And I did find a spot. This is a long clip because I think it's long because we had to set up. I don't even remember what it's about, but I know it's a long clip. So let's see what we talk about here. Let me put it up. Thank God I ain't got on this dreadful Felix the Cat sweater again. Yeah, Monk Chip go back too. Monk Chip goes way back to 2019 too. See, we got some day one, some A1 day ones that's been here from the very beginning. Okay. Yeah. No, believe it or not, Harold, even though now some of these stories are ABC's A Bitch Can't, we really used to break down a lot of A Bitch Can't story. A lot of the ABC stories back in the day, we used to have so much fun breaking them down. Really breaking them down. All right. So let me make this big. It's already queued up. Here we go. We ain't on that today. Okay. So Brother been over there dipping his spoon into all of these sugar bowls.
Oh, I got this. This is the now I ain't do the whole story because if I did the whole story, it'd be like a 20-minute clip. But this is where we get rubbing my cooch or rubbing my coin. Backstory. There was a story about this man who took a woman out on a date and spent like $200. I think it was in England or something like that. Spent $200. The woman didn't want to give him none, so the man made the woman forcibly made this woman go to the ATM and give him the $200 that he had to spend on this good meal. So we had a whole breakdown of that. So this is where the infamous "run me my cooch" or "run me my coin" comes from. This is the full. This is how. So I had read the story. So this is my breakdown of the story, and this is how we. It was so organic. Like I literally just said it out my mouth, and it went from there. So this is the original how we came up with "Rummy My Cooch" or "Rummy My Coin." If you've never seen it, this is it. It was on Silly Saturday, January 22nd, 2022. Here y'all go. Enjoy. Brother been over there dipping his spoon into all of these sugar bowls. Okay. And so went on date with chick, splurged. Okay. Child. He done splurged and spent $200. Now I'm kind of with you. If you spend $200 on a meal, when the check comes and that check say $200. Hey Earl, women, we love you down. But baby, if a man spends $200 on one meal for you, hey peace love. You could try act high and mighty. You can act pious. You can say, "Oh, but that's you should respect me," and dot 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 dot. No, boo. $200 was spent. Boo, you giving up some. You get this spoon is being dipped into that sugar bowl. I don't even like the cooter, but please believe, if I spend $200 on you, you better spread them legs since I'm dipping my spoon in your sugar bowl. And I don't even like the cooter. But I will make an exception if I done spent $200 of my money. Dear God, what's going on, Quintessential? Listen, if a man spends $200 on a meal, there's no questions asked. When we get to this house, it is what are we talking about? Why are your clothes still on, boo? Boo, boo. What are we doing? That's what happened. He got to that good house. Say, hey, boo, we just done went to this goddamn restaurant. Hey, Miss Trisha P. And I done spent $200. Bitch, what is going on? What are we talking about? She over here trying to make small talk. Oh yeah. That the food was so good there. She over here making small talk. You seen the latest episode of Euphoria? Yes, it was so good. Child. And he looking at her like, "Mama, please come up out these clothes." And she was like, "No, I just want to take it slow, and I want to, not move so fast." Baby, you should have took it slow and not move so fast on that goddamn menu when you was ordering, steak tartare, surf and turf, and a side of goddamn, you know, whatever else is expensive, ordering the most expensive shopping. Boo, I spent $200. Boo, two legs. It's $100 per leg. Both legs will be in the air, okay? If I spend $100, I'm gonna just do you with one leg in the air. If I spend $200 or more, both legs is gonna be in the air. Stop playing with me. Mama said, "Hey, baby. Hey, boo. I told you I'm not that type of girl. I don't have sex on the first date. But bitch, you showed you eat on the first date. You spend $200 worth of food on the first date. I don't want to hear that back. You don't have sex on the first date. You shouldn't eat on the first date either, or not eat $200 worth of food on the first date if you don't have sex on the first date. Stop playing with me. Run me my cooch."
She want to run that man her cooch. Oh, you ain't giving me no cooch. Fine, you gonna run me my coins. What do you mean, bitch? I need my $200. Mama had to make the mistake. Mama had to make the mistake of putting her phone over there on the table. Bruh said, "Swoop, give me this their phone. Now what we gonna do? Because you ain't getting this phone back till you run me my money." Now my question is, how the fuck did you even know that she had $200 to take out of her bank account? She might not. I know some broke ass people that will go on a date and let you spend all your good money and not have a dime to their name. How did you even know she was gonna have $200 to take out? I'm just saying. Listen, that young man said, "Baby, you ate on this first date. You giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you gonna run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins." That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on. Oh dear God. This what y'all got going on. That young man said, "Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins." She want to run the cooch. All right, give me this phone, baby. We going down to the ATM. What, bitch? I said, because he done got enraged and belligerent. He said, "Bitch, I said we going to the motherfucking ATM." What do you mean? I ain't gonna keep asking you no more questions. Run me my cooch or run me my coin. You don't want to run me my cooch, so run me them good coins. I'm gonna went down there. She was probably, oh, you know how she probably a white girl too. Oh, Berkeley, like, oh my God, oh my God. She probably walking outside looking for somebody to help her, and he behind her. "Hey boo, ain't nobody here to help you. Bitch, ain't nobody here to help you. Go into this motherfucking ATM and stop playing with me, okay? Run me my cooch or run me my coin."
Oh God.
Oh God. She looking all around for somebody to help her. Baby, the ATM is right there on the corner. But that's not my bank, bitch. I don't care. We using the corner store ATM, but you gonna run me my coins. You ain't want to run me my cooch, so you gonna run me my coins. But I bank with Chase. Baby, I don't care. You gonna pay all of these ATM fees, okay? You gonna pay all of them. Baby, he made mama go ahead and take these good $200. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Child. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the full how we got to Rummy My Coochie. I wanted to play the whole, I know it was kind of long, but you needed to see. Now, I didn't play that because we read the article. There's an actual article that goes along with it that we read. So I didn't want to get, but if you notice, it just kind of derived in the commentary. I was just doing commentary on it, and we just got to the Rummy My Cooch or Rummy My Coins. Listen, we've had some lives where we ain't did nothing but sit here and die laughing. Some real good silly Saturdays. So that is where the whole listen. I played the whole thing back for myself because I had to go. I told you I had to watch endless hours of this. Man, I was over here crying, laughing at that whole story. It was so hilarious, so freaking hilarious. Our next live was in January, was a Run Your Mouth, and it was on January It was on January 26th. January 26th. Okay. So I got that queued up. I'm at the point now I don't even know what story. I have to hear it and know the background of the story, but we're now on January 26th, 2022. This was the first Run Your Mouth of the year. And let's see what this one was. Bow Wow versus Soldier Boy. Who has the better career? That's not rhetorical. Who has the better career? Career. Shouts out to Alexander Rogers. Yeah, I mean, people make light and fun of Bow Wow because he's a whole clown. Like he's a whole clown. Okay, let's just be clear. He's a whole ass clown. But if we're being honest, I mean, he hasn't had a bad career. I just read the numbers for you. But he and his VPs. The thing about it is, Bow Wow, nobody, it's not that we care. Nobody wants to admit that they know three Bow Wow songs because you're such a fucking ass clown, Bow Wow, that nobody wants to be able to say, oh, yeah, I know five Bow Wow songs. I know 10 Bow Wow. We may even secretly have a Bow Wow album stocked away somewhere, but we ain't gonna tell nobody. Like nobody wants to stake claim to saying, "Oh, I'm a part of the Bow Wow fan club." People ain't standing over you, Bow Wow. Okay, Child, kid. That was when Bow Wow got mad because I think Soldier Boy told him people can't name three little Bow Wow songs, and so we read that article. Um, So, and my thing was, we probably can, but we don't like you like that, Bow Wow. So we ain't gonna tell nobody that we could name three or even five little Bow Wow songs. We don't even like you like that, little Bow Wow. Okay, let's just be clear. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants to be able to claim you, Bow Wow. And then we had our last live that we're gonna do for January. It was a politics live. It came on January 27th, and I had that queued up. Let me see here. I don't even know what I was talking about, but we're gonna find out, aren't we? Okay. I think this is a long clip. All right, here we go. Oh, let me pull it up for y'all. All right, here we go. One, two, three, go. Let me wrap your hands around this. We have laws being put in place that is saying that you cannot discuss your own race. You cannot discuss your own feelings that you're having inside your body, your own identity. A child that may be grappling with their own um, uh, orientation, identity, or whatever they may be grappling with, they aren't going to even have the resources to help them figure it out because what y'all have going on is an attack on education. The children can't even be educated on what's going on in their bodies. I want you to understand that. That's what we got going on. But we worried about all the wrong things. But we worried about all the wrong things. Because while y'all are worried about what's going on the television show Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which has no consequence on anything, we got real laws being passed in some of the largest states in this country. Texas and Florida are two of the four largest states in the country. I think Texas is three and Florida is four, or either Florida is three and Texas is four. We have sweeping, discriminatory, bigoted, and racist laws that are being passed. Laws. It is now illegal in Florida for you to make a white person feel bad about being white. It is illegal in the state of Florida and in the state of Texas for you to talk about Black history in a public school. It is against the law for you to talk about and educate children on the history of this country and how there was entrenched slavery and racism built in the fabric of this country, which is not an opinion. It is truth. It is real. It has happened, but it is against the law for you to say that. In the state of Texas, if your child is having questions about who they are, about their orientation, and they need mental help, they can't get that. It is illegal. All of the resources have been snatched away. It is illegal in Texas and Florida for a teacher to provide a child books by Black authors that speak to the validity of their Blackness and who they are as an individual. They have been removed from schools and are ceremoniously being removed from public libraries. I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not, pushing, trying to be. This is happening. This is happening right now. This is really going on. This is really, but go look at your YouTube timeline. Go look at it. I just want you to just go take a look up and down your timeline. The Supreme Court is that far away from snatching Roe v. Wade and a woman's right to an abortion. Yeah, basically, in the state of Texas, hey, Patty, you pretty much can't even get an abortion no more in the state of Texas. And the Supreme Court said, well, we just gonna let that sit there. They ain't got nothing to do with us. We don't want no parts of it. We'll just let that sit there. We'll let that ride out. These things are here. They are happening. Hey, Karen. But y'all are concerned with things that are of no consequence. I remember this live. This was before Roe v. Wade was overturned. And this, like I told y'all, on this platform, we are always proactive. We're never reactive. You hear about things here first. And we talk about these things. It was at least 5 months before Roe v. Wade was overturned. And we have been talking about this going back to 2021, that they were going to overturn Roe v. Wade. And I was so mad during this politics of it all because everybody had all, everybody just seemed to be so concerned about all types of frivolous stuff. And I just kind of like lost it for a little bit and just had a whole rant and tirade because I was like, these bastards around here talking about real housewives and such. And we have children that don't have access to resources to help with their mental health if they are LGBTQ. We have black children that can't go and get books and read them that affirm who they are as a black person. But y'all over here worried about other things. Girl, I went off. I was bad. I think the tirade went off for about 20 minutes. I kind of lost my mind right there. I was real upset, real angry. We also, it's not included, but during this time, during January, when Justice Breyer, I think it was on that live right there, mentioned that he was retiring. I said, and if y'all remember, didn't I say that Ketanji Brown Jackson? I had a name. It was Ketanji Brown Jackson. There was another black lady. I said these are the two front runners. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of these two, and I'm leaning toward Ketanji Brown Jackson because that's what my insiders are telling me it's going to be. And we said that here on this channel before you heard it at CNN, before you heard it on MSNBC, before you heard it on Fox News. We said that here. Matter of fact, we broke that story on. We were on a politics of it all. I think it was a politics of it. I think it was a politics of it all. When he announced that day, I came across my crawl while I was on while I was on live, and I said, "Oh my God, Justice Stephen Breyer is going to retire." And then I said, "Oh, President Biden said he was going to pick a black woman. Let me see who I believe the fourth runner." And I looked, I hit up a friend. They shot me something real fast, and I pulled it up right there. And I told y'all right then that Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson was the front runner. I remember I did that. Right, Patty Duke was here. See, Patty Duke was here. Shit, that we did that right here before they were calling it, on any of the big networks, because we break stories here. So that was January. Let's move on to February. Now, believe it or not, February I only had one. February, you think I had a few pre-recorded videos in January? I had even less in February. February, I only had one pre-recorded video in February, just one, which is so sad. It's so sad. But I didn't have any shows that I was reviewing. That's why. And so that was Real Life and Philanthropy, season 2, episode 9. And what do I have on? Oh dear God. What do I have on? What do I see here? OMG. What do I have on? Your favorite sweater. Hey, Montrez. So, Tracy was here. Tracy, we be breaking stories over here. Here and on Teacher Project 2.0, we break stories. All right, so let's do this. I got 2 clips because we only had one one pre-recorded video. So I got 2 clips from this pre-recorded video. Details, Roshane talked to his boyfriend about this rumor about him and Ty fucking in Texas or something. Yeah, you debunked that, but you made no mention to say a boyfriend about the whole ass threesome that you had in Texas that we found out about. Did you tell your boyfriend that? Meanwhile, your boyfriend was in Texas at the same time that you were in Texas, but instead of going wherever your boyfriend was and laying up with him, you decided it was a good idea for you to be laid up having a threesome with Devontae and some other dude. I think light-skinned production dude. A mess. A mess. He said that was the first clip. And the second clip is here. Last thing we had was Darion's masquerade lingerie sex party, whatever it was.
Oh, why could I see Darion's whole nut sack through his lingerie? Like I saw the completeness and entirety of his nut sack. I'm just saying, none of the outfits really was giving me what I needed to be given. If you want to have a whole lingerie pajama party, masquerade party, or whatever, we looking for meat. It was a whole lot of ass being shown, not enough of meat. Where's the meat? Where is the meat? Where the fuck is the meat? That was basically all of it. It wasn't a whole.
So that was that video. What happened was I had went like 3 or 4 weeks without, like 3 weeks without doing a review, and we ended up doing a live with with a member of the cast and a member of production, where we did, and we got clips from that, but we did a live where we did a review of episodes 6 through 8, which was when they was in Houston, and there was the whole fight and whatnot. So yeah, but I'll get to that in a second. But that was that. That's the only pre-recorded video that we had from February. So let's get to the lives. I think y'all like the lives. The lives are so organic. The pre-recorded videos are just as organic as the lives. I don't script. I just write down bullet points of what happened. So in February, now here's what's interesting. I didn't put any of these clips in the review, but if you go back and look at any of the lives from February, if you remember, every time I went live, especially on Silly Saturdays, we would do a Black History fact, or we would do a Black History moment where I would talk about an unknown or unspoken of or little less prolific moment in Black history that a lot of people didn't know about. So in those lives, we did a lot of that. So this live was called Live Like Only I Can Do It. That was the title of this live. Live Like Only I Can Do It. And I don't know how Cams ended up getting featured in this live, but Cams ended up getting featured in this live. All right, so let me pull this up. All right, here we go. I'm with you, Cams. I'm with you 1,000%. Yeah, you do sometimes read an obituary. And you think about how that person was, and you go, mm. That's where you sip your coffee. You be like, "Oh, this coffee is real good this morning. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, this coffee is real good." I have done that. I am, and I know that's horrible. I know that's horrible. That's horrible. But I'm gonna leave Cam's picture up there for a little while so we can all admire Cam and his beautiful face. You know, Cam's is a nice looking young man. We just gonna leave that up there for a little bit so we can admire him and all. You can't see it because my overlay is covering it, but his picture was there. You know, all of those. Let me show y'all handsome features that the good Lord then gave him. Anyway, but I have read an obituary or read a text message or read a Facebook post with condolences and been sipping on something and be like, this drink is real good. Oh, that's unfortunate. This drink is real good. Like I had that reaction and be like, oh, 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 that's unfortunate. Anyway, because let's be clear, I can't speak for everybody, but if something bad happens and my reaction is to say that's unfortunate, that is code language in my head of really saying, oh, well, I don't give a shit. That ain't my problem. Or I'm glad that happened. That's code language for, yeah, I'm kind of glad that happened. Or, oh, well, ain't my problem. You know, because if I truly feel bad about it, I'm not going to say that's unfortunate. Like I'm gonna have a lot of choice words. I'm a man of many words and of a high level vocabulary. And if something bad happens, my first reaction is not to say that's unfortunate. If I'm truly feeling bad about it, just saying. That was that clip. That was that clip. That was from a live in February called Live Like Only I Can Do It. And that was from February 2nd. So then we had a politics live, the politics of it all, on February 11th. See what I was talking about um on this live. Okay. And guess what I have on? You damn it, L Teddy. Oh, this damn. I told y'all by the time we get through with this, y'all gonna be as tired of this damn Felix the Cat sweater as I am. Let me cue this one over. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, this is where I did I did the story on my friend's son. We were doing like I was at the end of the live and I did sugar spike because it's a politics of it all. So we have a lot of sugar spikes, but I wanted to talk about my friend, like my little nephew, my friend's son, who at one time magazine's um child of the year or kid of the year. So that was this one. All right. All right. This young man right here. Oh my God. Oh, all right. Who is he? He is Time Magazine's 2021 Kid of the Year. His name is Orion Jean. That's my little nephew. His dad went to high school with me. We were in the band together. His dad went to college and at FAMU, and we were in the March 100 together. We were freshman brothers. We are frat brothers. Both of us are in Alpha Phi Omega National Service Fraternity together. Me and his dad are really, really close. I know his mom. His mom is a Gamma Sig. His mom is in Gamma Sigma Sigma. She went to FAMU. Um, and oh my God, he's been on Ellen. He has been on CBS Morning News. I mean, the things that this young man Orion has done has been great. That's my little nephew. I'm so elated. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone with his dad this morning, and we were talking about everything that he's been through. So let me tell you about my little. So yeah, I went through a little bio of my little nephew. I'm so proud of him. Matter of fact, I talked to his dad the other day. Um, so proud of Orion. He's still doing big things. He done been all over the world. I can't even say all over the country. He done traveled across this. He always doing big stuff. That young man right there could be the next president of these yet to be United States. Um, all right. All right, so the next one we have is a silly. Oh God, the next one is a silly Saturday. Y'all know if it's a silly Saturday, God help us all. Only God knows what we're gonna hear in this damn silly Saturday. So this is silly Saturday on February the 12th. Yep, this is a silly Saturday on February 12th. Let's go back. Let me find my place. Oh, I didn't go back far enough. Okay, there we go. All right, here's a silly Saturday. This is if anybody wants to come up and talk about and laugh about this stuff with me. Here's the link again. If anybody wants to, there you go. Um, all right. Let's do it. I was on. I forgot who this is on with me. Is this might be Cam's? I don't care if you do say I'm just a human being. You're a human being. That's just like somebody asks you, "Are you male or female?" Oh, I'm a human being. Oh no, Ty is on with me. Okay, that's Ty. What happened was this was the story of Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins head football coach, who's biracial. He's black and white, but was going around telling people that he didn't identify with a race. He was just a human being. And then the NFL was ceremoniously at the same time trying to tout the fact that they had diversity by having him in their coaching pool. Just a mess. Okay, that's fine. And that's no disrespect to people who are non binary because I guess he's non, I don't know what you call it when you don't identify as a race, because when you don't identify as a gender, you are called non-binary. So I don't know the term, and even you would think that someone with intellect like myself would know these terms. I don't know the term. I probably do, and just probably forgot that there is for people who say that they're non-binary. I mean, that they don't identify as a race. I don't know, but what I do know is shut the hell up, Mike McDaniel. We didn't ask you for this, and I know they're sticking microphones in your face, and I know you ain't never probably really had the spotlight in your career, but you probably should shut the fuck up. We didn't ask you for this. You're not helping the situation down here to the NFL because what they want is more people like you who are going to go and do all of their bidding, say what they want you to say, check a box. Oh, he's multicultural. Oh, we're inclusive over here. And when they shove a microphone in your goddamn face, you put that microphone in your face. I don't identify as anything. I'm a human being. Well, let's be clear, Mike McDaniel, for those of us who can't pass, we don't have the option when asked what we identify. If my black ass got pulled over by a cop and said, and are you black? No, I'm a human being. When what? Because see, if I get arrested, they're going to put a race for me, whether or not I want them to. They will put black. When you get arrested, they might mistake you for being white. And see, that's why you can have that whole situation where you try to make it like, oh, I'm just a human being. I did because it's easy for you to do that. There are those of us that don't have that option. Even if I wanted to say, oh, I'm not black, I'm just a human being. This is not helping Miami Dolphins. This is not helping you, Stephen Ross. But this is what y'all got going on. That was Silly Saturday. Our next one is that live that I told you all about that I did on I did a live with the production and a cast member from Real Life and Philanthropy, and when I did a live review of episodes 6 through 8, and and I and so what happened was there was a situation when they were out of town on there was a cash trip, right? So um on the cash trip, wait, hold on, let me get this um queued up. So on the cash trip, there was alleged threesome that happened when every that night where everybody was asleep. And so they knew two of the members of the threesome was in the cast, but the third member of the threesome They didn't want to tell us who that was because I believe it came to be a member of production. They also had Ashton from Real Hot Boys Houston show on there as well that visited them on a cash trip with his friend Jet or whatnot. So we were trying. Everybody was trying to figure out who it was. So you know me and my interrogation. Production was also. I say production. These are the four people who is between. Who was y'all having? Who was the third person in the threesome? So that's where this video comes from. Let me put this up. All right. So that's where this line of questioning comes from. The threesome. So did a threesome happen? No, well, let me ask that. Did a threesome happen?
I think
Allegedly.
somebody kind of cock blocked it. Like somebody else ended up getting the third person allegedly, so it couldn't happen because the other two
So
people was
who
kind
is
of.
the third person? We asking the tough question.
I don't want to say they alleged their name because
Are
they
they on production?
they not on the show, but I don't want I can't say
Are
their
they a
name.
part of production?
They're not part of the
No, he
show.
said they're not a part of the
Oh,
show.
so that means it's narrowed down to Ashton or the
No, no,
other
no, no, no,
boy,
no, no.
Jet.
Let me put it like this: they not in front of the camera.
Oh, we never saw them.
You might have seen them, but they not like a cast member.
So, because I named four people, I said it was either you, other production member, the light skinned dude, Ashton, or the
Hmm.
boy Jet. Those are the four people that I can identify. Was it any of those four?
Say that again.
You,
Okay, it definitely wasn't me.
light skinned dude, or production? I think y'all say his name is Quan.
Quan, yes.
Okay,
Ashton, or the other guy that came with Ashton. I think y'all name is say his name is
Jet.
Jet.
Mhm.
Jet.
yeah, Jet.
Yeah.
So it wasn't me.
Was it one of those four?
Yeah, yeah, allegedly one of
Was it
those four.
Ashton? Oh, let me go, Ashton.
No, no,
Ashton. Yeah.
it was not Ashton. It was Ashton
Oh,
was not the one. So, like I said, it's all alleged. It's like I was told this after the fact because after
because you
you
wanted to
remember,
join in.
huh?
Because you wanted to join in.
No, it was because
Oh,
I didn't know.
She's
Because
getting on my
after I went
nerves.
left Ty room, I went to bed, and
I
then
mean,
when I was in the
people
bed,
listen. Let's just be clear. Let me just say this. This channel is the corner. You know how people say go to the corner. This is the corner.
well,
The
it's not that. It's just I don't want to say nothing, and like, cause that person got mad that next morning when somebody, cause one of the cast members also seen something because Bryson found the condom, so Bryson had said something to this person, and this person got like really mad, so he was just like, so even if he done something, he don't want it to be brought out, and then I don't,
Listen, I understand it. Get it how you live. But
yeah,
listen, whoever it is, hit me up. Listen, discretion is the word of the day for me because ain't nobody gonna ever know if we hook up. Listen, they ain't gotta never know. Listen, we will hook up. Your eyes will be as good as rolled back, and nobody will ever know. Listen, when I tell you your eyes will be as good as rolled back, nobody will ever know. They'll never know. You messing with the wrong people. They leave too much
yeah.
evidence. See, you messing with the wrong people.
And then
Real
how I
girl,
Yeah.
found out about the threesome is, like I said, Roshane was kind of throwing Devontae under the bus because they fell out. They was friends at the time.
I
So
know,
Devontae,
and I noticed on this episode, like Devontae was coming at Roche, but Roche, how are you having whole ass threesomes and you got a boyfriend, and you said that the boyfriend came? So if the
no,
boy,
so the boyfriend did come to Texas.
that was that conversation, child. We be having to get down to the nitty gritty. Listen, we listen. Don't allude to nothing, baby. We need to know what is for real, and what's for play. Our next live was from a silly Saturday. It was on February 19th. Go back. Let's look here. February 19th. And let me cue it up. Let's show you here. Let's go here. Bam. Oh wait. This yesterday. I said, oh, this came right in time for Silly Saturday. This is the epitome of a story that belongs here on Silly Saturday. When I read the headline, y'all are gonna say that's Silly Saturday. This belongs nowhere else but on a Silly Saturday. This story says, I'm just gonna read the title and I'm gonna let y'all go from there. Teacher Cynthia Perkins facing 41 years in jail for giving her students cupcakes laced with her ex-husband Dennis's sperm.
That
Oh.
it's on site for her. It is on site.
I'm gonna read that again and let y'all digest that one more time, okay? Teacher Cynthia Perkins facing 41 years in jail for giving her students cupcakes laced with her ex-husband Dennis's sperm. Damn, I need to go get some more juice.
The title wasn't bad enough. When you delve into the story,
Oh, we're gonna delve into said story, dear God above.
we're entering the abyss. That's where we're going. You're taking us to the abyss.
That's Cam's, y'all. When y'all saw this story, did y'all not say, "Oh, that belongs to Silly Saturday"? That's nothing but Silly Saturday, right there. That's what we did.
That's not the first thing I thought, but yes.
Mhm. What did you? What was the first thing you thought, sir?
I'll type it in the private chat.
Okay, that was from a story about a lady putting semen on cupcakes that she served to her students. Because these are the type of things that we cover on a Silly Saturday. A mess. Me and Cams broke that down quite well on that live. Me and Cams broke that down quite well. So our next live was a politics live on February 22nd. And what do you know? What does L Teddy 27 have on? Oh, yes. If you're playing the drinking game, go ahead and take another drink because L Teddy 27 has on bada bing, bada boom, the Felix the Cat sweater. Ciao. I think we even broke down how you even had the sperm or collected the sperm or the semen to even put on these children's cupcakes. But that you have to go watch that live for that one. So this is from the politics of it all. It is February 22nd, and our favorite sweater makes another appearance. Listen, I told y'all they got it going on down there to the Tesla. They got it going on. This is when we did the story about the black guy who sued Tesla for racism and discrimination down to the Tesla. That's what we were covering. That's what we were talking about on this one. Y'all know the workplace is often rampant with all sorts of microaggressions, all sorts of little things that white people will do intentionally, deliberately, having full knowledge of what they're doing, but it's all the little subtleties, the little intonations and inflections and the selective word choices and the way in which they want to speak to you and so forth. And then when you call them out, now they're looking baffled, befuddled, and like, what do you mean? I didn't do anything. How could that even? And then all of their other little white friends come in and say, that doesn't sound at all bad to me. How? Why would you assume that they were being racist? Or why would you assume that that's a bad? Really? This is what we doing? This is what we doing? I don't even need to ask y'all to give out the bevy of different times that you've experienced that in the workplace, because we all have been there. We don't all experience it. We know what it is. We know what it's like. God forbid you're an educated black person in the workplace and you're good at your job. And when I mean good at your job, that means you're light years ahead of all of your white counterparts. Okay. You're way better than them, way more advanced than them, way more intelligent than them. God forbid you fall into that category, because you end up being the recipient of just an unsightly and unseen amount of racism and microaggressions and just blatant, flat out, just awful, horrible, discriminatory actions that happen to you in the workplace. Trust me, it ain't Tesla. Mind you, I need to. The reason we're talking about this in the politics of it all is your president, Joseph R. Biden, and all of the people over here touting that infrastructure bill is giving Tesla billions with a B dollars of American taxpayer money so that they can make new factories and find new ways to be racist and discriminatory in said factories. And that was our breakdown of the Tesla case with the black man who ended up being awarded $135 million. And then the state of California said, "No, we ain't gonna pay no black person that much." So they reduced it up to like, I think like 15. Hey, really be, hey sis.
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm in the car.
Oh, okay.
What's
Hey,
up?
girl, hey. What is
What's up,
going on?
everybody? Hello, 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 hello. Excuse me.
Child, I am this has really been for like watching these hours and hours of myself. I have on this sweater because I realized how many times I wore this goddamn sweater during the first quarter of the year. I was like, really? Like, you really wore this sweater that much? Else, and he like, really? That's what you were doing at
You
the
must,
time?
is it your favorite?
It's not, but apparently during that time it was. All right, so our last video of February was a live that was on, it was Silly Saturday, and it was on February 26th. Let me cue it up. Oh, really, B, you're on this live.
Oh, it must have been a great live.
I think we were arguing.
We all, you know what? This was in 2023. I would like for us to get through a live and not argue.
Well, you can start now.
Well, it's not 2023 yet.
See, see,
I said in 2023.
y'all see what I'm saying? I tried, y'all. I'm trying to
This
put
will
out
be a
the
New
olive
Year's
branch.
resolution for 2023. Do y'all think we could get through a whole live without arguing, y'all? Put
I'm,
put a yes or no in the chat.
I'm putting out the olive branch. I think this was the live where we were talking about Bel Air. This is a silly Saturday. And I don't
Okay.
know how we morphed into talking about Bel Air, but we were talking about Bel Air. I wore this hat a lot too. My Star Wars hat. I wore my Star Wars hat a lot too. I noticed in some videos. But anyway, and we just got into this whole argument about who was right out of
Oh, I
Will and
remember.
his friend
Oh
Trey.
Lord, I remember that one. Yes, I
Yes.
remember that one.
So
Why Tracy say hell no?
so this is that live. React stupidly. more often than not.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Can
you
you hear
now.
me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, now let me say this from a writing perspective, from a writer's perspective, that was a excellently written scene because like you said, from a teenager point of view, that's exactly how a teenager would respond. That's exactly how, I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of reality that Trey would feel the way he feel and express it the way he expressed it. I absolutely get it you're right. I'm looking at it from an adult point of view that it's not right. He's wrong. But in my opinion, but you're
Mhm.
right. From a teenager point of view, yeah, that's pretty on target. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
he feels he's hurt, he hurt and he feels betrayed. And you're right. He does feel like he he does feel like I'm the one that dealt with the consequences. He's the one that's been living in the lap of luxury. He's living a good life and I got the short end of this damn stick. And I agree that ultimately Will was the most culpable in that situation, but Trey is not without any blame because, one, he didn't have to go. Two, he damn sure didn't have to bring a gun. But the fact that they went, yeah, that's on Will. The fact that it escalated the way it escalated, that's on Will. Because when that dude threw the ball and it hit Rashid in the face, he didn't even give it a minute, for him to be like, yo, we didn't throw the ball. Like common sense, if everybody had calmed down, the trajectory of the ball it couldn't have come from them, just from where everybody was positioned. But you get hit in the head, you turn around, and the first person you see, you like, hold up, did you do it? And so it escalated really quickly. But again, I agree with you from that point of view. But I'm just saying, Trey was wrong. Trey ass need to calm the fuck down and stop drinking. See, Trey was drunk.
Trey was drunk. He sure was drunk. His show was drunk. I
Y'all need to
like,
see,
but
look, everybody,
um,
everybody in the chat, y'all look crazy. Y'all are cutting up in the chat. Y'all are
they
stupid.
was cutting up in that
Yeah,
chat.
she came over here. Did she come over here?
See, we
I,
weren't
She rented the
arguing.
I
honor.
know. I wanted to show
Yeah.
that we were not arguing. We were having a
But
great time.
I like I said, I love.
I think we
I
need
want to
this
get
in here.
more
But
of
in
the
this clip,
Jeffrey story. I love what they're.
in that clip, we did not argue. Oh yeah. This is if anybody wants. Hey Jaden, what's good, boo? Did you
Hey,
want to come up here,
Jaded.
Jaden? Let me know the link if you want to come up, Jaden. Have the time with us. Hey, Montrez.
Hey, Montrez. Hey, boo. Yeah, I
So
mean, like the reality of the situation is, if El Teddy would stop antagonizing me, we would get
I don't
along. We
antagonize
would
you.
get along all the time.
I don't antagonize you, dear one. Love
Mm,
bug.
mm.
Ah. So we did go to the month of March. Month of March. We already into March, y'all. We almost done for the day. Chat. So in March, I had more pre-recorded videos because I started reviewing Candy and the Gang, if you remember. And so the first
Oh Lord. Oh damn.
why was it actually my reviews for Candy and the Gang were pretty tame. I wasn't really going in on my reviews of Candy and the Gang. Where is it at? Okay, so here's and oh god. Once again, if you're playing the drinking game, if you're playing the drinking game, you can now take another drink. Why? Ta-da! What do I have on? The goddamn dreaded Felix the Cat sweater.
You must really like Felix.
I must at that time, but I don't even wear it that much now. But back then, I was wearing this shit every other video. Like it was a mess. Let me cue this. What
Looking like
was
a big old banana.
right? Just a mess. Let me cue this. What was my timestamp? Just to look at that damn mess. All right, here we go.
Juan ends up after they make the announcement, pulling Chandrika to the side, saying, "Hey, you seem to be having issues with us making this announcement. That's your boss. You need to get over it." She was like, "Mm-mm." Then she had a whole bunch to say, so he calls Philip over there. And Philip is like, "Listen, all this that you got going on, all of this back and forth. I don't do all that. We ain't doing all that. I'm your boss. Get it together, or this not gonna work out. Period. And she was like, "You can't come." And Don Juan told her, "Hey, boo, that's your boss. What do you want?" So, no, what kills me is when he said she's a greeter. Like, girl, I'm not finna be going back and forth with her. She's a greeter. So, like, I loved it though. I lived for it. I would have probably did that. Like that would have been me. Like I would have been like, girl, I'm not going back and forth. Because he was like, I'm not going back and forth with somebody who works hourly for me. She's a greeter. That probably would have been me. Anyway,
That was when Philip was like, "Girl, she's a greeter. She works hourly. Girl, I'm not going back and forth with this whore." Girl, girl, that shit tickled me. Child, she's a greeter. She's a greeter. Girl, I'm so mad that they canceled Candy in the
I
Gang now.
know. I really am upset that they canceled Candy in the Game.
Because I really enjoyed it.
Because I need some more on birthday in my life.
I think I reviewed everything except for the season finale. I watched it, but at that point, I think I was over it, or I had a lot going on at that time, if you remember.
But see, that just goes to prove my point. Whenever we get on these conversations about these reality shows, and I tell y'all all the time, when they put on the reality shows that just show good stuff, a little bit of conflict, but for the most part, good stuff, good people, you know, people don't want to see that. So that gets
I wanted to
canceled.
see it,
No,
but
no,
I
no. I'm not
think,
talking about you. I'm just saying in general, like, so that gets canceled, but yet we get 10 more seasons of Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives. You know what I mean?
God, kid, oh girl, Love and Hip. I don't even understand why Love and Hip Hop is back on television. Just anyway, then this is episode 2 of Candy and the Gang. Hey Candy, hey the gang. I don't know what I was talking about. Let's see here.
Chandrika invites everybody to hang out after they get off work.
Oh no, that's not it. Is that? Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Philip immediately says, that's not gonna happen. Brian says, "Oh, Philip, you go out." Philip says, and I quote, "Not with you." Girl, Philip be having the one-liners that be so cold as ice that I live for. Because Philip has my management style where you are no nonsense. I don't crack a smile with you, or I don't like y'all. I'm not here for it. We ain't friends. Baby, Brian says, "You don't go out, Philip." Not with you. Girl, I feel like, listen. Girl, I feel like, because I was like, amen to that, honey. Because I'm like, girl, I might go out, but it won't be with you. No,
Right.
ma'am. No, God. I might be one of the girls, but I'm not one of your girls. I was here for Philip, but I understood where Philip was with that. Because I was like, I agreed. It might be a conflict of interest for him to just be fraternizing and all of that with them at this point. Maybe later on, months later, once he kind of gets everything in order and gets everything together, that might can work out and happen now. But I think that just his management style and where he is at this point in his managerial role there is too early, too soon for him to be talking about, okay, I'm gonna go, we finna hang out and get drunk and fraternize and be shooting the shit. Nah, boo, you ain't on this level. Maybe in the sweet by and by, not right now. I was with Philip on that. Keep it classy, keep it professional. We did.
Girl, where he said, "I do, not with you."
Right. That was funny.
Girl, Philip, they gonna beat you up, Philip. Even though I think Philip could take them all. Philip is kind of big. I seen Philip in real life. He is not small. He is not small at all. Philip look like he could take somebody down. He could take me down if he need to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, um, so then we had where you on your way to?
Who?
You. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You ain't even got to tell. I do not want you to. You ain't got to tell your business. I apologize. I know. You too, child. I know. Girl, I apologize. Girl. Girl. 'Cause I already know, Eddie. Ooh, child. I'm acting like we on the phone. Wait on the phone. We on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, girl. This is when I was out of town.
Goes over to Patrick and Melvin's house because Patrick wants Torin to help him decorate the house for a housewarming and have everything made like he wants it, souped up and all of that stuff, and made to feel like his place. And there wasn't a whole lot from that scene. I was like, okay, girl, Torin, you in this tool belt, girl. I mean, we still checking to see what's underneath this tool belt. Because according to Brian, I'm just saying. Anyway, back down to the restaurant. It's a did we get down there?
That's my clip from that one. I don't even know why I chose that clip from that one, but clearly, maybe because I was talking about the tool belt. What's under the tool belt? I don't know. That's all I got from that one. I don't know. That's a good question. Why did I choose that one? Did you know, really, I did one episode of Put a Ring on It, and it was done.
I didn't even know you did one episode.
I did one episode. It is on my channel and was done after the first episode. Let me cue this up.
Child, that's how it was with being Bobby Brown. I did one, not being Bobby Brown, but whatever Bobby Brown reality show was. I did one episode, and I was like, I cannot. I can't do this.
Girl. All right.
Like, it was just breaking my heart seeing Bobby sitting there struggling through his words and trying to talk about all of his medical issues and his wife over talking him. And like it was clear that she was like selling him, like, and over talking him. And I was like, oh, it was cringeworthy. I was like, I can't do this.
Child, this was a thing. Put a Ring on It, season 3, episode 1. Just one review. And here you go.
I wrote down, listen, Otis, that hairline in your pictures does not match the hairline while you're on the show, which means that your barber went to work overtime on the Bajino, the little spray and stuff, or you are one of the latest members of, the hair club for men.
Nope.
I'm just saying, go and look at it. That might be why he be so angry all the time, because he mad about his hairline, because he just seems to have a lot of anger for no goddamn reason. He probably got a small piece too. He has just this anger and just I don't know. He just seems angry. So the hairline and possibly combination of not meeting people's expectations downstairs, if you get what I mean, probably is why he's angry all the time. But child, that ain't our fault that you got little meat and receding hairline. Don't blame us, blame God. I mean, and your parents and their bad genes. Anyway, but I wrote
down. What? Why did you say no? Huh? Really, B? Hello, ma'am? Ma'am? If you're talking, you're muted. So for those people,
can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay.
Why was you saying no?
You was on the line talking about his barber was working overtime with the Beijing. No, I'm not doing this with you.
Good, but you know what I'm talking about. Go look at that, young man. Video. That first, I was like, The last
disrespectful. Just disrespectful.
The last pre-recorded video for April was with the Candy and the Gang, and that was episode 4.
Andre. And I mean, they give me the bougie girls in the club that sit over in the back. I know what that is because I've been accused of being a bougie girl. I'm not a bougie girl. I'm just an elitist girl. There's a difference. There's bougie girls, and then there's us elitist girls, and there's a very clear difference. They give it the bougie girls. Me and my girls are the elitist girls. And there's a difference. They got their corner. We got our corner. But yeah, that's what that was. Anyway,
that was my breakdown
you
of
definitely
the bougie girl versus the elitist girl. I am a part of the elitist.
I was going to say, you definitely got that one correct. You're right. You are absolutely an elitist.
Yeah. I'm not going to even list now. That I'm not going to lie about. I know I'm elitist.
You ain't got to lie. We know you. We see it. We know you for your work.
You don't know me all my life.
We know you are a fucking elitist.
Yeah. So in March, I think you're on this live, really, B. We had a live.
Me?
A Run Your Mouth live on March 3rd. Are you on it? Oh, this is the one. I think you're on the next Run Your Mouth. But this is a Run Your Mouth we did on March 3rd. And it's me, Abby, and Ty. Yeah, it's me, Abby, and Ty. And what we're talking about here, Ty had did a show because this is when Ty was just getting started doing drag, right? And so Ty did a show, and in the beginning, and his shoes broke. The heels on his shoes broke, like literally
Oh,
broke off. And I think he
oh
still has the
no.
line up. And so he continued to do the show with both heels. He was wearing some platform boots, like big heels, broke all the
Mm,
way off. And Ty ain't short. Ty is tall. Ty is about what, 6'3"? So Ty
wow.
is walking around continuing to do the show with these broken heels. Looking at it, I'm surprised he didn't have no broken ankles from this show. But that's what we were talking about here.
With me, I am, still in that drag competition world. Last Monday, I won.
Do you want to tell Abby about the epic fall?
I just threw those shoes away.
I'll tell you,
That
I
was
feel like you didn't have to do that. I felt like that was.
that was a that was a little while ago, over a month
That
ago.
was about 3 weeks ago, Ty.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It was in
It was
February.
before. No, because it was. I think the last week of January.
No, that was in February, Ty. I promise you it was
No,
February.
it
I
was the
watched.
last week of January because the next thing I did after that, I had no shoes on, and it was my Black History number, Black History Month number that I won with. So that was after the
Now, how
shoes.
you gonna tell Ty when he failed? Like, how you
Cause
gonna?
I be watching it. I have to keep track of these things for Ty. Hey, Jeff.
So. Yeah, I went to go step off the stage, and both of my heels just broke at the same time.
Oh no!
And instead of having an epic, just take the boards off and throw them out, Ty kept performing in the broken heel. There was some big heels too. They was like boots.
Yeah, they was like some platform
Boots.
boots, and they was.
Oh, so they weren't something that you could. They weren't a pump you could just slide off your feet and keep
Right.
going.
No,
No,
I would have
no,
had an epic
no.
sit on
Okay,
the ground and gracefully unzip the horse and
Yeah, it had
flick
a
the
zip on
horse
the
a
off.
side, and
mess, a
it
mess,
had
a
a zip
mess.
on the side and shoestrings on the front. But and I put the video up is on IG. But part of me was saying if you stop and pay attention to them, the judges is going to deduct for that. And then part of me was saying just take them off, but I just couldn't stop. I know that. So
Right.
I just kept on, and I the way the soles came off, I could flip them to the side and still walk. So I still went as full out as I could. I was still slipping and shit, but yeah, I had to just.
Kind of people say they want to see your nails.
This one, oh,
Those are pretty. Ooh, I like those.
mhm.
We're not gonna talk about my half painted, half not nail. Listen.
This is the longest I ever had my nails, and it's funny because I don't know if I was sounding like
We're not going to listen to Ty talking about how he wants to know how he used to want to know how people with long nails wipe their behinds. He's not going to talk about that. Already be lost her connection. If she can, she'll come back on. So that was that live. We had fun on that live. We talked about. Oh, broke down this video that I had for them. The next one is a silly Saturday. I always get scared with silly Saturdays because I don't know what's gonna come out of our mouths on the silly Saturday. This silly Saturday was actually done on a Sunday. It ended up being a silly Saturday Sunday. and it was on March 6th. And I got 2 clips from this one. Okay, so the first clip is here. All right, here's the first clip. Here's the first clip, and what do I have on? Ta-da! Felix the Cat sweater. And sometimes you have adolescents there. Like I've seen, I would venture to guess at a K Michelle concert, you could have kids as young as 11 or 12. Most of them probably with their parents, but still, they might be there. And so my point being, I just don't think that's a good look for you to be at a concert with thousands of people flashing your titties. And then when people try to call you out on it, you like, this is my stage and my fans. Whoa, that's a slippery slope, ma'am. You better start asking some of these people what happens when they think that it's a stage and nobody can do nothing. See the baby. See what's the young man down there in Houston? That was the first clip. And then the next clip is that was when we was talking about how K Michelle say she could show her it's her stage and she could show her titties if she want. Now this next clip was this was an exclusive. So the guy who plays Zeke on Power Book 2 ended up being outed on this podcast. And we talked, and I played the video of him being outed on this podcast, and we broke down the fact that he just basically said, I'm pansexual, get over it. But the way that these guys just drug him out of the closet and really was going too hard. Yeah. Here's the video. All right, let's go. Here we go again. One more time.
Girls what? What's up with them? You got any girlfriends? I'm a single individual right now. You know what? I'm a single individual right now. Did you have any girls in school? I'm kind of no. I'm kind of you know, I'm kind of don't speak about who. Wait, hold on. Let me guess. You don't identify with a sex neither, right? Did I say that? I'm asking you. You don't want to say you keep it real. Let's talk about it. Did I say that though? You did not, but I'm asking you. You know, it's there's so many different titles, especially today. And where I find myself is desiring someone who wants me and is willing to accept me for who I am. Yeah. So and that's it's a daily challenge, you know. But they live too much, and I don't want to put a label on you. You know what I'm saying, but you just said anybody who like you. So that means if a man like you, you may go that direction. If a man like you and you feeling it, I think that if any situation, especially today, it's gonna be a very challenging process. Bro, but are you ashamed to say that you like men if you do? Like because if you do, no disrespect to you, but if you do, like, aren't you supposed to like not be ashamed of it and be proud of who you are? Or in this industry, it's more acceptable. I'm very proud of who I am. Bro, stop. Were you born with it, bro? Like, come on. I need to answer what I'm saying. I'm telling you the answer. I'm trying. Were you born gay, bro? Come on, stop. I said, see, I didn't want to yell. See. It's the same. I didn't want to do that because you forced me. Okay, so you forced me instead of you playing Ring Around the Rosy, and I'm trying to answer your way. I'm trying to answer. But you try to do it politically. These conversations are necessary. Answer your question. Zeke, I'm trying. Oh, yeah. You heard me say women in your life. So I'm not going to talk about my sex life. Okay. Yeah. So that's what's a lot. Yeah.
Let me rewind it.
I'm going to answer your question. Zeke, I'm trying. Oh. Yeah.
Let me rewind one more time.
I'm trying to answer your way. I'm trying to answer.
But you try to do it politically.
No.
These conversations are necessary.
I'm trying to answer your question.
Zeke?
I'm sure. Oh,
yeah. Have you ever been with a woman in your life? So
I'm not going to talk about my sex life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when you cross the line.
Yeah.
Respect. All right, G.
So that was the whole unabridged. Looking back at it, I find it problematic a lot of times because you see this a lot of times, especially from heterosexual men, when they come out with the whole, well, aren't you supposed to be proud of who you are? Aren't you supposed to be out and proud? And bruh, you don't get to tell me what I should or should not be. You ain't had to live no parts of what I'm going through. So don't even. We broke that all down. I ain't gonna go back out that road because we do it a year or a week. However, but it was the whole when they first asked him about did he have a girlfriend in high school, he was like, that's where you fucked up. You should have said, hey, bro, I ain't. It's me and my sex life or my love life is off limits. I ain't answering no questions about that. And you could have left it at that, and they moved on. But when he did the whole, child. Anyway, that was that. That was that video. So, oh God, y'all know what the next video is? It's the last time I had the Book of Darkness. The only time the Book of Darkness was brought out in 2022. I was so proud of myself because the fact that the Book of Darkness only came out one time in all of 2022 means that progress is being made. Hopefully, I never have to break out the Book of Darkness again. That is my hope and prayer. That I never have to break out the Book of Darkness again in life. However, I'm a realist, and I know these things don't go that easy. I never get that lucky. So the Book of Darkness is still around, it's still here. If it need, the Book of Darkness for me, I will start levitating and floating, and then I don't even let nobody know. I just click the live, or I might give I'm going live. You need to come be on, and that's it. That's all you're gonna get. I'm going live, and next thing you know, it's the Book of Darkness. I think this was the live I did, the Book of Darkness, when Rico for Rico. That's what that was. Yeah, that's what this was. Because that's the only time I did the Book of Darkness in 2022. I don't want that because that car got a lot going on. That's what you are. You know what I think happened to you, sir? I think when your penis exited Wiley's rectum and it had fecal matter on it, that feces and fecal matter begin to be infused slowly into you until the point where you just turned it to an entire giant pile of shit. Let's just be clear. And myself and all of the other people on the YouTube streets that have to address you, that have to entertain you, and that have to speak your name are simply doing reenactments of the goddamn 2 girls 1 cup video of years ago, because that's what the fuck you are. I mean, by us even having to come out here, click a button and address you, is us doing our own reenactment of 2 girls 1 cup, because we're playing around with shit. That was our clip from the Book of Darkness. Y'all know what the Book of Darkness gives. Y'all know when the Book of Darkness comes out, y'all know what it gives. We got a whole playlist with previous Book of Darkness videos. We try not to bring out the Book of Darkness. We really be trying not to bring out the Book of Darkness. But every now and again, somebody summons the Book of Darkness and child, I don't even, girl. I really don't like to go down that road. I just don't. I don't like to be in that place. I really don't. Our next live was on March. It's a silly Saturday from March 12th. Let me cue it up. Yeah, that's our next live. Goddamn Book of Darkness. Goddamn. Poe Patty Duke done been here for all of the Book of Darkness. Even the first Book of Darkness. Now, if you've been here since the first Book of Darkness, which goes back to Lady P, and Lady P is dead and gone now. She ain't even alive no more. But the first Book of Darkness was brought out on Lady P. I remember that. Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad. God. Anyway, this is from Silly Saturday, March 12th. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Spiders falling out of the sky? Girl, girl. With all of the technology that we have, y'all don't have a way to do away with spiders ballooning out of the sky, like parachuting out of the sky. This is some Exodus out of the Bible, 12 plagues, children of Israel leading and stuff type shit. This is what we get. See? Y'all go and have insurrections and child. DC, according to research, you all will not be spared. DC and Delaware, it will be that as north as DC and Delaware. So you'll start to get the spiders falling out of the sky and ballooning out of the air on you as well. I'm not here for it. Nope. Listen, let me tell you something. The very first time, hey Rochelle, the very first time I see one of these things, I promise you, I am going to lock myself in the house. It's Uber Eats and DoorDash and Instacart for everything. I'm not leaving my house. We're going to just have marathon lives because I'm never leaving the house again. I think that's why my boss switched to everybody. That was when we did we were talking about the fact that scientists said that spiders were going to begin falling out of the sky. There was a species of spiders that during the spring were going to start to parachute out of the sky, and somebody like me with major arachnophobia was losing his mind. Yeah, I was losing my mind. So then after that, we did our first panel discussion. I think this is the only time I'm gonna do the Ruth panels, but we did when I do my panel discussions on Ruth. This was the first one. It was just me and Jeff. And for those people who don't know, me and Jeff are actual exes. But we're still good. But what makes an appearance on this live? Oh yes, you guessed it. This goddamn dreaded sweater. So we were talking about this scene at the beginning of the episode where Tyler Perry has this boy walking around dick and balls out and shit. Child. But yeah. Start off, an elder mother made this little boy butt ass naked.
Yes. Yes.
And says, you are going to be a sacrifice for the Raku. So now you making this little boy give up his back and booty hole to get blown out because he's about to, I guess she's sacrificing him to get his back blown out,
Yes.
his booty hole blown out
To
by
be
the
raped
highest.
mercilessly. To be raped mercilessly.
Right, mercilessly to the highest, so that he could be a sacrifice. Like, what is that?
So Elder Mother, is she showing so far? She's cracking under pressure. If you notice, her idea was to sacrifice this young male to be raped mercilessly, and in her eyes, that was going to calm the highest. And it would, I'm not going to dive too much into it, but Ruth was the one who put a stop to it. It was like, no, we're not going to be doing this. Let this young man go. You know?
He had meat hanging everywhere. That young man was butt ass naked. Just meat flopping around everywhere. Poor guy. I guess who was doing casting that day when this young man came up to cast and said, listen, just so you know, your dick and balls gonna be hanging all over all over the place. People all over the world is gonna see everything you got going on. They ain't even give him a prosthetic. No, that was real meat. That was, when they had Andrew show his meat in season 1. That was a prosthetic.
Yeah.
We also learned that some, not all, of the meat, when they had the little when Ruth got coronated or whatever, and they was all butt ass naked in the circle, and some of those were prosthetics, some were not. This was no prosthetic. That was a real meat. Well, poor boy. He's somewhere around the Atlanta streets with somebody rolling up to him with their phone. I get that shit though.
Listen, he just happy for the exposure, I bet. Listen, I bet he jumped at the chance. Jumped at it.
I guess. So that was us discussing meat all over that episode of Ruthless. We got 2 more videos and then we're gonna be done because I'm gonna save April for tomorrow since I don't have the pre-recorded videos for April. So then we gotta run your mouth. Then we got a run your mouth that was from March 13th. This run your mouth was from March 13th. Oh, this is the one with me, Abby, and Really B. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one with me, Abby, and Really B. All right. Abby, can you get your side boo and baby daddy? Can you get him?
Ooh, what am I doing? What I need to get? Okay, hold on.
Mr. West, your side boo and baby daddy. Can you go get him?
Listen, Kanye West woke up this morning and chose violence. Okay, he said, "I'm about to just go. I'm just about." He went, but the thing is, the problem is he's getting slaughtered. But
right,
baby,
you chose violence with likes to fight guy. Like what? What was your strategy?
You chose violence with people who about it.
Like you want to pick a fight with likes to fight guy. Listen, Kanye, you in your 40s, okay? Is he in his 40s?
DL is 50 something. DL may be 50 something heading towards.
No, I'm talking about Kanye. The reason that I'm going there is you are old enough to have seen DL Hughley in his prime, where he was like on Comic View, and all he did the whole time is pick people out the crowd and go in and let have.
And that's back when he had a filter. You know, as people get older, they filter get real faulty.
Right. Like, you picking a fight with DL, bruh. Bruh.
Kanye, we can tell you don't make good choices because we look at your life, but we didn't know that you was going. We didn't know that you was gonna act like this. And then Pete was nice to you. He reached out a hand to you. It was after he sent you a picture of him in bed with your wife.
I don't know how much of a hand that is. Sending you a picture of you in bed. I'm in bed with your wife.
Listen, he warned that man. He warned him.
He did.
He said,
He did.
actually, he been ignoring him for weeks. Like,
Yes.
I feel like he gave Kanye way more leeway than most of us would have given Kanye.
He took and told that man long time, leave me alone. You know I'm crazy too. Leave me alone.
Right, like I'm crazy like you crazy. So can you leave me alone, please?
Please leave me alone. Like, I have to take my medication as well. Okay.
Okay.
Like,
the same way you think you protected, I'm protected. So I'm gonna need you to chill out.
It was the whole, can somebody stop by CVS for me?
How you off your meds and go make fun of somebody who's on their meds? Sir, go sit down.
But when D.L. Hughley told me somebody to stop by CVS, I was done.
Right.
Child, that's the thing that hit me. He was like, you got people will kill for you, but won't go to the pharmacy and pick up your prescription. Nigga.
Right. Me out. Now, that one took me out. He said, you got all these guns, but won't nobody stop by the store and pick up your prescription? No.
Like, girl, what are we doing? Because Kanye decides to go all esoteric, and did he say something about Hebrews or something like that? Like, what was happening here?
He said, he went real biblical.
Child, that was our discussion of Kanye West when he thought it was a good idea to try to come at D.L. Hughley. Child, y'all know when the three of us get together, it's always hilarity that ensues. And in our last video from March, this is the politics of it all. And these are two real quick clips where I pretty much told Clarence Thomas to off himself. I kind of did. Very disrespectfully. It was kind of disrespectful. So, Clarence Thomas, I had time that day for Clarence Thomas. My thing about it, here's what's going on with Clarence Thomas. Hey, Tracy. Listen, he was just in the hospital. Do us all a favor, Clarence Thomas. Step into the light. Don't walk away from the light. Just walk to the light. Go ahead. Go on. Step into the light. It's okay. But watch. So then I said it again. I told him to step into the light, right? And then I did it again because I'm just disrespectful like that. He did get out the hospital. I just thought he was going to take a cue and just walk into the light. Let's go walk and be in the beauty and fullness of the Lord. Please go sit front row at the concert that Sean Pace is now having, because she's having a whole concert up there. Justice Thomas, go ahead and step into the light and hear this beautiful concert that LaShawn Pace is having up there. I know you saw the light. Just go ahead and step in. I don't know why my shit buffering. That he would, and the fact that we're even. But yeah, that was me telling Justice Clarence Thomas, step into the light. Go ahead. Don't next time. Don't resist. It's okay. It'll be over before you know it. So that was the politics of it all. Listen, y'all. So that was January through March. That's only January through March, where I probably had my least amount of videos. It really ramps up come the middle of the year. And then toward the end of the year, it's just out of order. The lives have become more wild. The silly Saturdays are more, just more hilarity with the silly Saturdays. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to give y'all the full, well, not the full story, but how Rummy My Cooch or Rummy My Coin derived. As you can see, we've had some great lives and some great times. We'll be chronicling more great lives from this past year. That's all I got for y'all. Listen, the birthday live is coming up on Saturday, not Saturday, Sunday. I don't know what time yet. I gotta see what time I'm going to do what I need to do with my people. But sometime on Sunday we'll do the birthday live. Um that's all I got for you. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Listen, y'all, we'll be back here tomorrow to give you more clips and recaps from this year. Thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all could have been a whole lot of places, but y'all were here with me. I will not be wearing the Felix the Cat tomorrow. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.